action pets gaming.
Chill vibes tonight, chill vibes tonight. Laid back life, laid back. No stress, no fight, no stress, no fight. Throwing parts together, throwing parts. Crafting all night, get ready to build, get ready to build. Let's make it right. Let's make it right. Gonna make it right. Let's make it right. Let's make it right. Gonna make it right. Get ready to build. Let's make it right. Let's make it right. Let's make it right. Gonna make it right. Chill vibes tonight, chill vibes tonight. Laid back life, no stress, no fight, no stress, no fight. Throwing parts together, crafting all night. Get ready to build. Let's make it right. Let's make it right. Gonna make it right.
Well, good late Tuesday afternoon. It's me, Kevin C. here at A.P.G Gaming, and yeah, it's Tuesday, January 6th of 2026, and I've got 2:16 in the PM, at least from where I'm sitting. I know some of you are still in the past and some are in the future, but whatever present you happen to be as you're catching this, I hope it's going good for you. All right. I had stuff I had to do this morning, and that included getting my peepers looked at. Yeah, I'll be having some glasses soon, in a couple of weeks. So, keep an eye out for that. And with that said, I think everybody's probably watching Zane and Jason and B will play some Valheim. We're going to be doing some Satisfactory as per usual until we're burnt out of it. Although we will be getting back into No Man's Sky very soon. I know I keep saying that, but it's going to happen. All right. Right now, I am concentrating on the last 200 parts for those rocket propulsion thingamajiggies. Now, the big issue, and I should probably start taking as many I have 70. $54. We need a bunch of stuff. And as per usual, I need to clear my inventory. Alright, that's frames and steel to make that, which we need. I'm hoping at some point I'll be able to get it all settled. But that means building a whole lot more. And moving this all down and widening it out. But the idea, I think we're pretty decent. And then that should be frames. Actually, you know what? Let's hold off on that for a minute. All right, we got to see what a modular engine requires. Motors, those different plates in rubber. You take a bit of time to make. So we're going to let these run for a little bit. Everything else is pretty much shut down, except for computers. Into those back up. And then I got to start these again. That's good. That's almost good. That should be good. That needs... Ooh. And limiters. Where are you going? And am I even making you? Yes. Okay, so AI limiters. Those. Right now, I'm just kind of making computers, high-speed connectors, which I got to figure out where those are ending up. Because once that's full, oh, that's going to take a while. So I might actually have time to do some exploring and some fixing. Okay, so stators are good. Just kind of hoping some of this stuff starts to back up, but I'm also needing it for a couple of things. Metal plates. You know what? Let's go and do a boost. Oh, perfect. I need to start clearing out some of this inventory. I'm going to let this fill up, and then I'm going to stop that because we're out of time crystals, or dark matter crystal. Actually, I can probably let that go for a little bit, yeah. All right, let's hold off on that for a minute. Because both of these machines require the time crystal, or whatever it is, dark matter crystal. And you need modular engines. All right, so those are one. That's 1-on-1. Those are 5-to-5. I need to keep making those. Until I run out. All right, where am I going to make that? It's only those 3 items. All right. See, this is where I'm thinking I need to add more machines. But that means extending out this, cutting this down, and then rebuilding everything to make that work. Or we go up a level. Because actually then, no. Yeah, see, there's all this crud you gotta think about. And of course, the last 200, whatever those things are, which I've got 50 of, I think. And those all require, right, hold on. I have 54. The one thing I gotta worry about are I have 54, 50, shoot. So I gotta keep making these. I got 154, 159, plus whatever's on the belt. Let's call it 160. I'm not counting what's on the belt. Shoot. All right, and what do you need? Because you need the modular engine. So somebody needs to take a break, and I need to switch things over to make modular engines. 1, 2, 3. All right, supercomputers we can hold off on because we don't really need to make these at the moment. We need rubber, which we can get. We need motors, which I'm going to have to go get till I start making them the other end. Motors, rubber, and what was the other thing? And those funky plates, which I'm going to have to make. I have some, but it costs 2 per. All right, let's see what we don't need to produce, and then we can go from there. Supercomputers we don't need to necessarily do. We're full on these. We can stop these. Okay. I know I'm gonna need them. These are not producing fast enough. The only way I can do that at this point is to get some sloop. I have 1. I need 8. The coal is... not quite fast enough. All right, where are you coming from? And what else is using it? And then this comes through. Yeah. I need more. I mean, you're doing your job. I mean, this should be... yeah, the dark matter residue is fine. They're slow on the diamond tick up. We need more coal. All right, the coal is coming in from the other end. Let's go investigate what's going on. See if we can't pick up production. Oh, wait a minute though. Before we do that, let's figure out what we're gonna need. Before we go running off, let's do some inventory management, because you know how much I love doing that. All right. We're at a, we're at a standstill. Why? Yeah, every time right before I go to leave. one of the reasons why, I think. But no. What now? What? Yeah. Oops. I gotta figure out how to get a return on the overflow on that. All right, so computers are still going into here. Oh, excuse me, nope, those are cooling units. Yes, okay, good. All right, I have a feeling we're gonna go away and we're gonna be stuck with another jammed up belt. All right, we got to get motors. We got to figure out some smart plating. I know I have some. Okay, this is all going to come off the belt. So motors and that smart plating I can make over here and then eventually bring in. Sure. And we do have room over here. I was kind of pre-planning that. So if I put the motors over here, let's see. Told you I was thinking a little bit. And I got a crap ton of things to move around. All right. All right.
All right.
I know, we still have the coal situation to figure out too, don't worry. And hopefully we will build up in this time on things that need to be built up. Oh, goody. All right, so everything needs to come from this belt. I need to do 3 items. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. All right. Motors, rubber, smart plating. Got it. The right output is going to be motors. Rubber. It's so hard not to sing the song while you're going through this. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. It's almost like I was planning on doing that or something. All right, the smart plating. We got to get that machine running first. So smart plating, we got the rubber. What are we doing now? You're making computers, so you actually have no buildup. What are you making? You're making plastic. All right, let's give you a break for a little bit. Maybe not. No, not yet. And then you can concentrate on making those. That's plastic. And then I'm gonna have to... This is gonna be interesting. All right, see if we had enough coal. All right, that's what I need to check is my coal reserve. And why is this doing something funky? I never noticed that before. It's a little uptick here. All right, we need rubber. Do I have rubber anywhere else? Not in abundance, I know that. We got more frickin' copper than I know what to do with. The copper sheeting. Producing stuff is always a pain. Yeah, like I said, nothing to really speak of, but we're using the alternate recipe to make computers. This doesn't seem to be your water flow. All right, let's get into that. But it all starts with the coal anyway, so I need to go look into that. Let's go. I just want to make sure that the belt doesn't seize up before I go away for a few minutes, like it usually does. All right, I should have the basic plates running at this point, yeah. Let's ease that up a little bit. Alright, we gotta let the dark matter go. I need summer sloop. So anyone not requiring it needs to give it up. Like you, for example. I think you probably more than enough there. All right, what needs it the most? Initially, probably that, or we can do what? Because right now, rubber is feeding into here, but we also need to feed it into there. And that's it. And this needs that constant feed, because computers we use a bunch of. Multiple things use computers, so we got to make those. But I need more rubber. We also have to look at the coal situation. Let's get in the truck. Oh. We'll deal with that in a minute. My overabundance dashboard devil. Your guess is as good as mine. Running a well-run and efficient running factory. And power and yeah. I don't know, to be honest. I gotta figure at some point the elevator stuff will stop. I don't know. I'm not entirely certain. So much silliness here. I wish I knew, to be honest with you. I'm just like, okay, what the hell am I doing? And now that, Fixmas is almost over. Well, yeah, and I guess some of the, there's been some really interesting building I've seen in the game, some videos of, some really amazing builds, some amazing builders. But they've been playing the game since it started, like I did with No Man's Sky. I came into this game a bit late. What was I going to say? I'm going to say something. Yeah, so so there's a bunch of what was I going to say? Damn it. A bunch of things I haven't done in the game yet. Like building things, not just trying to produce things so that we can complete the phases. I don't know how many phases there are. The trains, I haven't messed with trains yet. That looks really interesting. So, there's a bunch that still needs to be done. I wanted to complete and make sure I got everything, all the parts and all the building materials before I go for the next, before I go for the creative save. Although I may just shortly jump into a creative save, but you kind of need to know how to work the game, I would imagine, and if you want to do things creatively as well, you got to know how the belts work. And oh, I'm almost at 100. And then I got this mess to deal with, and this is just, mostly Fixmas stuff, which I will then eventually sync, because there will be no need for it. Okay, let's go check coal. And I'm learning the mechanics of the game and, exploring the map. In fairness, for building, there seems like there's a bit of creative opportunity. There's definitely some creativity in the build mechanic. All right, so that's an MK3. Why not? See, it'd be nice to maybe, enclose this and make it look like a building, and have fun with that. Once I'm done, learning all the mechanics of the game. I think we're going to need to upgrade the belting too. All right, so you're all MK3? You're all MK3. Alrighty. Oh, shite. Oh, no. I didn't even check our power grid recently. Oh, no. What shut down? Which is weird, because I'm pretty sure we had more than sufficient power, but I could be wrong. I have been overclocking quite a few things. Yeah, I mean... Whoa. Well, why is this? What are you running on? All right, something weird happened. I'm not sure what, but... We're back in business. Yeah, I mean, we're producing... You know, we're only using... I mean, our max consumption is high. So we should, yeah, let's go and, all right, let's go looking at our power issues, shall we? All right. Coal is going to be 2 per... And let's actually just check, make sure we didn't leave anything behind here. Okay, everyone's doing 2. And everything's feeding nicely. Yeah, I'm not sure what went funky with the power there. I mean, I thought that was all tied in. And this power goes... Yeah, that's out to the other side. Huh. All right, we've got MK3 miners. We're overclocking them. I mean, the other thing you do in the game, too, is you run around checking on your factories to make sure everything's still doing what it's supposed to be doing. Yeah, I got more of that crap. I gotta put a sink over here and just dump all of that. Alright, as long as you're not taking a sloop, I don't care. This stuff takes forever to make. Nice. Nice. Yeah, look at all this. Made for Katrin. Okay, so that is going. There are no sloops there. Fine. You're fine like that. All right. This area runs pretty well, actually. This one I have set up pretty decently. Everything except for this here I have an issue with. But it still runs. It's just not as fast and proficient as I would like it. Got plenty of material. Okay, now because we did the MAM, I don't need that to be working, overtime anymore. I can take those, which we need, and use them elsewhere. All right, good. Good. I need motors. Let's get some motors while we're here. And let's see if we have any buildup. Rotor motor. We do indeed. Nice. So take from the back storage. We'll leave the front storage alone for now. We don't need, you know, to make a whole run of those other things, at least not yet, until we realize that the next, ooh, actually, how are we doing on these? Ooh, yeah, these I really need to get producing faster. Where is that? Actually, before I just run off motor. Yeah, that's this one, which I'm already producing at a... So the problem is you. Alright, so we're going to put 2 of you there, and we're going to put 1 of you there, and 1 of you there. Because I need these for later. So you need to produce for me, please. Now that did eat all but 2 of our sloop, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. Like, I'm curious how people, you know, played the game for 100 hours and beat it. Like, I don't see that happening. Unless you played it before and you know the little bits. I show these people, it's like my, 200-hour stream, and I have all these crazy builds, and not stream, but 200-hour play. Alrighty. Smart plating. And almost there. Which we will be producing at some point, as I said, over that in the other area here. Well, dashboard and kind of going back to the tree is nice. There's a lot of really interesting spots on this map. It has some distinctive biomes. I hear they are going to add weather. There's a way to get the fog out. I gotta look into that again. And smart plating. So we just need. We're gonna see if we can get some smart plating running down here. Of course, this guy. Yeah, that's what I want to make here, but that's not gonna be easy. I need rotors. And heavy plating, of course. Okay, so I'm making stators already. You're making straight up metal plates right now until that's full. But I could make rotors here, and that's going to get me motors. Wait a minute. I can make some of that up here. Yeah, I didn't think I was going to use that smart plating until now. All right, rotors are pipes and wire. I could do pipe, wire, make a rotor. And then the rotor and, what is it, heavy plating or regular plating? Heavy plating, right? Or, yeah, reinforced or whatever. It's a never-ending. I mean, I could do a small run. And grab a bunch of rotors and what I need from top storage and make a little bit and just fill up that container. Well, at that point, it would just be rotors. Yeah, this game is okay. I'm not gonna. It's not a game. It's a training in how to deal with logistics. And this is now full of crap I don't need anymore. Yes. All right, let me get rid of this crud because I don't need it. At least for the moment. I mean, I could use it for something else, but I'm not at the moment, so I'm just gonna sink it for now. The only thing I can think of to deal with the iron ingot that I am no longer needing, which I was making before, but now I have the aluminum ingot feeding it full time over there to make the trigon, so I think I'm okay. All right, we'll get this out of our way, and then we'll think about what we're going to do next. Because I still need to make that part. Now we have plenty of this. You're full. I mean, you're empty, but... Just ideas for later, that's why I'm leaving it open. All right, the metal plate are coursing around, which will eventually get used. Let's go grab some dark crystal that'll at least get that moving. The rubber is our sort of an issue. Delta 1. Yeah, but there's no selling of things. That's the only problem. You like these? And welcome, Delta, by the way. Look at these things. Ugh. So you to make stuff, to make stuff, to make other stuff. And what's really neat about this too, something for you to look forward to. Okay, let's go get our stuff. Not as many as I was hoping for, but not too bad all in all. All right, why is our coal so... Take a look at that. That's copper. Ah, here's some rubber we gotta deal with. But you're making plastic right now. You're filling in here. Yeah, see, this is why we need more of those heavy frames. And then you're gonna feed back up. Boop. Alright, there's the bauxite. Here's our coal. Alright, you're moving pretty good. Alright, better. Alright, so you're going up. You're getting some, you're getting some. You're getting some, you're getting some. And you're the leftover, which should be making diamonds at this point. Really not going to make much of a difference. Right, the one more place I can check for rubber, or to maybe even make it. But I think I'm making plastic. I'm actually almost positive I am. But we can switch it over to rubber. That's not a big deal. It is plastic. All right, this will be our secondary. You know, when we really need. run. I don't know if it's going to be enough or not, but we'll see. All right, that works. Yeah, all right, we gotta mess around with this again. Okay, I think I know what we can do to fix this problem. Oh, really? That's crazy. Here it is. I think maybe. Yeah, I gotta fix this one over here. Here's our problem. Give it a minute. Since this is one of our earliest production. So this is our first one, which runs pretty flawlessly, actually. This one section works really well. Then you get over here. The first half seems to be running okay. We get into an issue here. But I think I know how I can fix it, but I might be wrong. Yeah, there's part of the problem, so hold on. There we go. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Yeah, I'm just trying to, I bet you I could do better too here with this, just by doing what I did over there. Cut down the amount of piping that everything needs to crack through. So this should just be going boom, 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 into that pipe. We're pumping oil, doing good. We're making residual. That's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Oh, no, you're not. Oh, there you go. Okay. So that means we're not using a ton of that right now. We got the sink rolling, but we got to be careful because sometimes what happens then is, although now that I bet you take a look at the pole. Hey, double tap tap, what's going on? We're still a little erratic, but better than we were. But a lot of that erratic behavior is coming from, yeah, we have plenty of power. The erratic behavior is coming from those machines making the time, the dark matter crystal and all, and the photonic crap, that there and these here. Because it tells you specifically that they run erratic and, power-wise, they're a bit funky. And we should probably go take a look at Katrine's area. Oh, shoot. Where is that in relationship to where we are right now? Where do we need to go? We need to go back this way, okay. But from what I can tell before I leave, everybody's running here. Everybody's running here. There. I gotta make it look better though. I gotta figure out, but we're at different levels and, I'm trying to work with the terrain as much as possible, but, oh. Yeah, this never really, okay. That should be more than enough. I know we're doing what we should, yeah. Yeah, we're it's like these last two here. I mean, I figured that would have helped. You know what it is? I gotta get the oil in. Well, no, I already did that. I started piping that in. But I'm wondering if I bring this out. Yeah, see, those are almost more direct. And then that splits off. I mean, there's more than enough oil here, don't get me wrong. I'm just wondering if I could pipe it better and make it work better. And then somebody was saying that this is only for, like, uplift. Wonder if I should just knock these two out. They're not even doing anything, really. They're trying to run, but... There's no flow in there. You're flowing down, which is supposed to be good. Is it because you're not getting enough? Yeah, which is wrong. It should be getting way more than that. Yeah, 49 to 6. How is that even possible? Maybe 2 at that end, 2 at this end. Not showing much improvement there. 6, 7. Are you even seeing anything? No. Yeah, I don't even understand most of that crap. There's something about all that. All right, well, we'll let this go for a little bit, and, you know, this seems to be running fine. This one's running on its own thing. So actually, wait a minute. I need to start paying attention to the math. I really don't want to, though. All right, so if I do one per each one of these things, right? Funny thing is, I just found out about all that crap. I'm wondering if I should join all of this. Like, join all the fuel. I don't know how to, you know. Although this seems to be running better now. It isn't stalling out anymore. So that's a good thing. And this is doing better than it was. There wasn't even anything in there before. Just something missing, you know what I mean? I need to learn how to math this game. And I gotta be honest, I have no clue how to deal with it. I mean, it goes from like 40 to 18. To 14, to 6, 21, 37, 17, 31. So I guess maybe just run each one of these individually. How many do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But like, if you're combining all of this, it should, you know, we'll see when they, you know, do the update and whether or not, you know, the fluid the fluids are fixed, so to speak. Because all this should be, you know, working together. It's all in there. It's in the pipe. You can't really ask for much more than that. I mean, but hey, we'll have fun. Why not, right? What's the worst that can happen? My power grid goes down yet again. We'll get there. As long as you don't ruin any of Katrine's work with the power. Wait a minute. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Darn it. Even this isn't really what I want to do, but I don't see another way. Oh, I should probably... Okay, where's our... Where's our power? Okay, you are working. You have one, and I believe you have one as well. Well, again, everything's running. We're not getting any fuel down to the buffer, but that could be for a number of different reasons. I mean, you figure this downflow would help, but it doesn't seem to be. I mean, they seem to be making continuous fuel. Not really fast enough, but what are we not getting quick enough? No, it's like... Well, we could try and crank this up a little bit. It looks like you and me, Dash. Only one person watching right now. And that Dash is you. And see what's going on here with that change in texture and color? Well, I appreciate it, my friend. All right, we're all jammed up again. Oh, you're making it around now. Are you full? You are indeed. Uh-huh. We can turn you off. Oh. All right, let's get you rolling again. That would probably help things a little bit. You're lacking iron plates. So if I can help it. But that eats iron plates pretty quickly. The reason that this is shutting down like that is because I didn't have enough of these going. And that other thing takes forever to make. Most things in this game take forever to make. Right, there's our stators. Should put motors there, but stators, we could just do a run of, we don't even need to, I mean, it would be preferable if we added it, you know, and just kept it feeding, but it's, we need another source of rubber / plastic. Because we're not making it fast enough here. I've got both of these making plastic right now. I mean, I'm sorry, I got one making plastic, one making rubber, but this is starting to get chipped away at. Because we need those high-speed connectors. So next time I build this kitten swarm, what's going on? How you doing? Just not enough. It's never enough. And computers chew on these as well, so I need to figure out how to make more rubber. I know how, I just don't want to do it. We have to let this build up first, which means shutting down the computers. So that's what we're going to do. We're not really using computers at the moment. Pardon me. And we do have a decent amount of buildup on computers. So actually, yeah, we're not using them at all. So we're good. So let's change our mindset here a little bit. We can actually now move the rubber onto the belt along with the motors and the smart plating. Which would then go around, but now you need regular plating, so let's get that in the mix. Yeah, see now everything's kind of smoothed out a little bit. Okay, here we go. So now we're going to get plating, regular plating. That's what this is going to use. Although I should really hold off on everything until I build up a number of these. You know what? Let's play smart. Because we're almost out of these. So if we pause production, modular engines we need, okay. That's what we need to make. That's pause, that's pause. Computers are paused. Cubes are paused. Motor, rubber, smart plating. Got it. You're paused. High-speed connectors, fine. We still need to make those. And we have plenty of room. It's not going to jam. And the quartz crystal, which requires a reinforced iron plate, which is being produced, but not fast enough. And but that's fine. So now, I should be able to, because we need these badly. We'll add in the rubber. We'll add in the smart plating and the motors. Yeah, I might just shut production down and let this build up. I mean, we should be having enough coal. That's what I'm wondering, why that's such an issue. We're going to make sure that this doesn't bind up, which it already looks like it's about to. No, it shouldn't. Okay, we hung up somewhere, yeah. There's our overflow. Was waiting for that to happen. I mean, there's not much more I can do with that. Except for get the water working a little better, but... Oh. We're bound up again. Well, once that makes whatever, it should unbind. You're not getting quick wire for some reason. Okay. What's the hold up? I guess we could probably stop these for now. And then once that produces, because they're probably not producing very fast. I mean, at some point, this has got to be big enough for me to produce a thing that gets put directly where it needs to be, or it gets brought in, you know, direct. But right now, I'm trying to just get things done. When I feel like something is not doing what it's supposed to. Oh. That probably doesn't help. Rubber seems to be the big one on that. All right. Make sure I'm not hoarding it somewhere else. That's supposed to be quick wire. Got enough of those, that's good. But what in front of me, from what I can tell, I am not hoarding it anywhere. What is jamming me up? Well, it can't be that. Maybe the turbo motors are getting to be a little much. We did have those just spinning on that. And I think they're only being used slowly. But it seems like it helped a little bit. Although now we need the plating back in. This can get running as well. All right, the things that should be running are this, 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 that, this, this. But we have one minor problem. That's gonna run out soon. Modular engines. Okay. All this stuff takes forever. All right, y'all, I'm gonna get rolling here. We got it working. It seems like it is going, at least. The belt is no longer stuck. Yeah, sometimes you just got to get in there, take apart, move something here or there, you know, get it working again. Hit it with a hammer. And now I know how to get around on the other, pulling from the belt. I've been told that different people. I look like everybody, somebody, nobody. Well, I'm going to take a little break because I've been on for 2.5 hours and my coffee is gross. And I need to, use the facilities.
All right.
Yeah, I got a little more time I can kick around here. If y'all are going to be hanging out, but, I don't want to, keep going if people aren't going to be, chilling. I know Beebs and those guys are doing a lot of Valheim right now, and I haven't been doing any No Man's. Been doing this logistical nightmare game, which I think once we get to the building portion, and I think just the little bits of building I've done, it just shows some of the potential of the game. But all right, let's hope this doesn't clock out on us here. I did all the stars. Yeah, I believe so. We'll go check that out in a minute, Drakkar. I'm going to go, like I said, I'm going to go grab a beverage and warm up my beverage, use the facilities, and I will be back in a few moments.
Clouds roll in, it's a mellow scene. Lights flicker soft like a faded dream. Laser beams cut through the rain. Easy vibes drifting like a train. Nip, nip in the air, feeling so right. Chasing lights, lasers in the night. All the pretty shapes, they spin so slow. Roll the smoke, let the rhythm flow. Raindrops tap, not a soul around. Everything's still and my mind's unwound. Shapes in the mist, colors so bright. Nip, nip haze, feels like midnight. Nip, nip in the air, feeling so right. Chasing lights, lasers in the night. All the pretty shapes, they spin so slow. Roll the smoke, let the rhythm flow. lasers in the night. All the pretty shapes, they spin so slow. Roll the smoke, let the rhythm flow. Clouds roll in, it's a mellow scene. Lights flicker soft like a faded dream. Laser beams cut through the rain. Easy vibes drifting like a train. Nip, nip in the air, feeling so right. Chasing lights, lasers in the night. All the pretty shapes, they spin so slow. Roll the smoke, let the rhythm flow.
Oh, we lost Dash. All right, later, Dash. Have a good poop. Well, hey, the belt's still going when I left, so that's a good sign. Whenever the belt's moving the way it should, I'm always happy. Excuse me. We need more Robert, but you know what? I can. Do we have computers running? No, we're paused on that for a minute. All right, let's get this rolling a little faster. I did it specifically slow for the other bits, but and then let's get what, smart plating rolling again. And maybe motors. And it looks like we could use some pasta. Which I hope I have. Because if I don't, uh-oh. Nice. And the next one, I'd have to figure out how to also bring the product from this over to there, to that, to this, to that, you know. A French Stewart? Stewart. French Stewart. Like Stewie? Uh-oh, we're bound again. Why? Shite. Damn it. What is it? The quick plating? Or the smart plating? No. We need the motors. Rubber? No. Oh, French. Shoot. Is it the turbo motors again? Damn it. That's overflow. Come on, get moving. There we go. Oh no, 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 no. Yeah. We can actually turn this off. Because we're not using that anymore. Or are we? Shoot. Are you running? You're idle, so we do need you. Damn it, never mind. Never mind. Yeah, I think it's the turbo motors. Yeah. Too many turbo motors. Not enough of this stuff either, damn it. Alright. Fine. Yeah, I need to shut down production and just let the crystals build up. Well, I'm just, I'm trying to get this to run multiple items. And it works sometimes. It would work all the time if I had, specific, storage for items and whatnot. And I was smarter with the mathy bits. Oh, wait a minute. We do need a few of those. That'll end up right there. And usually if I can alternate product, usually it can work pretty well once it starts to do the, there we go. Yeah, a little bit, because it's not, I'm just trying to make stuff for the elevator. And for example, this, I need those dark matter crystals for both this and this to make, geez Louise, what the hell am I making now anyway? Yeah, these, ballistic warp drive. So I need dark matter crystals to make all that. But I also need the singularity cells and the thermal propulsion rockets and the superposition oscillators, which I do have a few more left over on that. But for one of those things, I need these modular engines. So I shut certain production down and started up new production for this last thing. And then, of course, I'm going to have to rearrange it all at some point. But the thing that I'm running now, and when I run out of stuff, I can add a little bit more, hopefully. But most of this has a home, except for some of it I'm introducing into the line, here, like the plates, for example. All right, now that the line's moving, I'm going to get some of that pasta in there. And as soon as that backs up, I'm going to take that. So I really should just shut everything down at this point and let the crystal build up and go searching for sloops. Tell you, this game will teach you patience. French steward. All right, now you got me curious. Actor, French Stewart. Yeah, maybe. I like the hat. I have a hat like that. Different, not as nice actually anymore. It used to be nice back when I was tattooing. I first had it. But yeah, I get. It's kind of a running joke with one of the guys I work with because every home we go into, there's always somebody once every week or two. You look so familiar. You look like someone I know. You remind me of. I'm like, I know, I'm average guy. Average looks, average height, average, everything. I look like everybody and nobody. The only thing that I think different, that's a hard word to say sometimes. That makes me a little bit different are these things right here. And that goes with everybody. That's kind of where everybody lives, you know what I mean? Right, you should be plenty of that for a bit. We could let you roll for, you know what? We could actually pause production on you. We could do a pause here. Rubber. And this would be temporary. Definitely temporary. Ugh. No, I can't have that. Don't even. What is your major malfunction? Fine. 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 Want to be that way? Be that way. Which one? I'm just going to even it out. Just because at the moment yeah, I could, but I want double the rubber for a little bit so that I can get these rolling. And once those are rolling, actually I gotta find a place for these too, don't I? Do I have a spot for those? Yes, I do. On the other side to where they're being made. Okay. The belt seems to be doing what I want it to do now. But our problem is kind of a problem, but not. This will eventually back up. And then the remaining bits should just kick around on the belt. And this will just flow through until I get enough crystal to get this running. This will build up, which is fine. We got plenty of room. This will eventually add. This is what we need, so the modular engines is where we're falling short right now. Because we need more of these in order to then make more of these, which is what our end game is. So, yeah. Crystal and modular engines. That's our... Alright, I'm going to put 2 of you in there. I need 2 more. We need more rubber. Oh. We should actually be okay. Alright, you're still running. You're technically still running. Alright, now you're just going to go and you're going to run around until we get crystal. You're still making nothing at the moment. You are still making frames, though, correct? No? You should be. Alright. You're waiting on modular engines. You're on a standstill. You're on a standstill. You're on a standstill. You are nothing I need. You're on a standstill. Okay. Not too bad. This should hold for a few until we get more crystal. I do need to upgrade that. Aha. You are making nothing I need at the moment, but we will need you again later. Nice. Now that means we can make... Crytol gel, what the hell is that? Is that another thing I'm going to end up having to make? Okay, so now that means I can make you go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What happened? I spoke too soon. Oh, damn it. I forgot to shut off the metal plates. Cameron. But you know what? Oops. Oh. Crypto gel. Okay, so move. We'll get whatever little bit we have. Crystal gel. I'll take it. Just to get that set of plates out of there. And then we can dump some inventory. That should move something along. Or not. Okay. Now we're cooking. We just need more rubber. I think we need rubber. I don't know, Drakkar. I don't know what the top level or objective is. Is 5 the last, or is it 10? Or is there more? And then I can start building and not worrying so much. Like, am I missing a part? Is there more that I should be looking for? All right, that works pretty good, actually. Nice. Okay, now we're better. Okay, we're thinning out. Yeah, I want to try trains. That's my next, my next thing. Okay, so now the problem being, so there's no need to fill the belt with plates yet because we don't have enough of the crystal. The dark matter crystal. So right now, the only thing we're really going to be producing will be, actually that's not bad. will be the modular engines to make the propulsion rockets, which we desperately need. Yeah. This is the only disadvantage right now because you are still using, and we'll let this get to a certain point, and then we'll drop that back to plastic. Now, my next goal, but I got to figure out what's going on with the coal for this goal, is to do the alternate recipe for the circuit boards using coal and rubber, and then I can just produce rubber here and not have to worry about anything anymore. I just have to get coal involved, which I guess that will be my next thing, because we need rubber to produce, obviously, for things up in here. The computers now. Thank you. Yeah, never mind, not coal. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, coal. Rubber and coal is the alternate recipe. Oh, it is petroleum coke. Never mind. You're right. Sorry, I thought it was coal for some reason. Of course you're right. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. You played. I'm still learning. But yeah, so. Then I have to figure out where to get that. Ooh. Right on. No, I mean, I'm digging the game. I'm just, I'm learning it. There's a lot to learn. Yes, which I do have over here. And I could start producing. I'm going to go give the rubber a bump. We're also going to take a look here. Make sure everybody's happy. All right, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Although I am kind of wasting a whole crap ton, aren't I? I could be just opening up that for another... Yeah, because I'm not really using a whole lot. I'm letting some go to waste, kind of. All right, is everybody humming along? Yeah, they are now. See, now they're humming along nicely. You're still not. Oh, and look at that. Hey. I freaking fixed the problem. I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm getting there. Actually, now I want to bring these back to these two. Yeah, at the end, we get an extra. You know what? No, I know what I could do. Now to solve that freaking problem right there. Yeah. We got 3 there. We got 2 here. We do have a third. Just coming in from a bit away. But I can then run that. Boom. Here. Wondering if I can get away with even another set. Alright, we'll deal with that later. We already messed with that, but I wanted to grab the rubber, give the area a boost. I am so stoked. We like repiped it. I knew, you know, I'm starting to learn. You gotta kind of deal with some ugliness every once in a while. Excuse me. I don't like dealing with it, but I gotta. I've learned symmetry is not my friend in this game. Although I can make things a little better as I go, you know, I'll learn. But also the game kind of makes you to get better flow or, you know, whatever the case may be, usually flow in the pipes. You know, you kind of have to do things you might not necessarily want to be doing. You know, here we go. Get these things moving. Now we're talking. Rubber seems to be the big. Alright, now that we're doing that, now we'll take the 1 and we'll trickle that in. Ooh, but that does eat quite a bit, doesn't it? Yeah, that's not enough. Okay. Nope. Yep. That's a chompy bit. But what we can do here is that way. Wait a minute. Actually, gonna say, trying to figure out how I could do that. It would have to be further down the line. Oh no. Now it would be, because it's gonna go through. There we go. No, 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 no. Oh yeah, actually. And now it's just going to rotate through. Well, no, because then it gets caught on that because it comes around here. See, right now it's just going to keep feeding it, but then when it needs it, I'd have to shut it down. So now, but I could clean the belt if need be. See, now we're not getting rubber or anything for that matter. Yeah, they're kind of a pain, but yeah, see, now I got to bring that around. There we go. This way, this might right itself. Or at least come close. Right now this is shy. Plates. Yeah, I gotta wait for the crystal to be made. That's the problem. To keep this running smoothly. Well, now I got to bring motors back into the mix. Hey, take care, Jakar. Thanks for stopping in. I have to work the rest of the week, so I will not be streaming. But I'll be back on Sunday. Well, I think that about does it for me as well. I should probably get some food. and call it an evening. So thank you all for hanging out for a little bit. I do appreciate it. We'll be back again on Sunday. So until then, this has been me, that wacko Kevin C here at Action Pants Gaming, wishing all of you pioneers out there a little bit of love, peace, and machine grease. Get your action pants on, get out there, start building some wild and wacky stuff, no matter what building game you're in. All right, y'all. Take care. Bye for now.
Action Pants Gaming.
Chill vibes tonight, chill vibes tonight. Laid back life, laid back. No stress, no fight, no stress, no fight. Throwing parts together, throwing parts. Crafting all night, get ready to build, get ready to build. Let's make it right. Let's make it right. Gonna make it right. Get ready to build. Let's make it right. Let's make it right. Gonna make it right. Get ready to build. Let's make it right. Let's make it right. Let's make it right. Gonna make it right. Chill vibes tonight. Chill vibes tonight. Laid back life. No stress, no fight. No stress, no fight. Throwing parts together. Crafting all night. Get ready to build. Let's make it right. Let's make it right.